This field project was designed to be a guide for educators to use in order to incorporate digital storytelling projects into their language classrooms. The project is broken into 4 chapters with an appendix. The first chapter serves as an introduction to the project, describes the methodology and language theories used in developing the project, and gives a brief overview of what readers can expect from it. The second chapter reviews current literature dealing with digital storytelling and how the theories and methodologies listed in Chapter 1 tie into the use of digital storytelling. In Chapter 3, the project is explained in detail and a project matrix with a timeline is provided. Chapter 4 provides conclusions from the project, recommendations for implementing it, and provides a sampling of possible challenges with their possible solutions. The appendix gives a guideline for educators to develop lesson plans and rubrics for each section of the project matrix, as well as listing helpful resources to be used in the classroom. In Chapter 1, the project goes into an introduction and brief history of digital storytelling. It provides the benefits of utilizing digital storytelling projects in the classroom as a means of learning vital technology and reinforcing the uptake of language acquisition. It then moves to the purpose of the project and details the many benefits of using digital storytelling in the language classroom curriculum. Chapter 1 also provides useful linguistic theories to utilize, specifically task-based learning, top-down and bottom-up processing, and shows how digital storytelling can increase student agency in the classroom. It further explains how these theories work in relation to the project as a whole and in the individual aspects, while also outlining why the project is important. Chapter 2 goes into a review of current and contemporary literature that deals with digital storytelling in the classroom. It starts by giving a review, brief summary of, and details of how each article fits in with the project. It then goes into an overall view of the literature and how it relates as a whole to the project. There is also a brief review of the history of the literature as it pertains to using digital storytelling in the classroom. Chapter 2 concludes by explaining how the literature was used to influence and assist the project, shows how the 3 main linguistic theories are applied to digital storytelling, and outlines the social justice aspects of the project, those being increased technological awareness for students and greater agency. Chapter 3 is the heart of the project and explains in detail how to implement a digital storytelling project in the language classroom. It briefly restates the purpose and methodology of the project, then delves into the aspects of using and incorporating a digital storytelling project in the class. In this section, it lays out a timeline for completing the project and provides a matrix that follows that timeline. The matrix shows the 14 different elements an educator can use when constructing a digital storytelling project, as well as providing objectives and scope for each aspect. Chapter 3 concludes with a detailed description of each lesson or element of the matrix, outlining what is expected of the educator and the student in order to successfully complete the digital story. In brief, the project matrix outlines 14 components to complete a digital storytelling project within a 5 to 6 week time frame. The educator should start with a discussion of what digital storytelling is before moving on to the application aspects of the project. The student should move through drafting the story, converting the story to a script, placing the script into a storyboard, recording the narration, locating and citing appropriate images, music, and effects, compiling the elements in video editing software, rendering the final project, uploading the project for viewing, and finally presenting the project with a peer discussion. Chapter 4 gives the conclusion and recommendations for the project. It shows the importance of the project and its implementation in the classroom. It also provides advice for educators to successfully implement the project and integrate it with current curriculum requirements. Chapter 4 also provides possible challenges the educator may face, namely a lack of technology or a lack of time to use that technology, with possible solutions to the challenges. Chapter 4 concludes with a look to the future of digital storytelling and technology use in the classroom. The appendix provides a guide for the educator to create lesson plans for each step of the digital storytelling project. The lesson guides provide objectives for both the educator and the student to meet to help with the planning and creation of the lesson. When applicable, the guide also provides a sample rubric for assessing student work, as well as a list of helpful resources for the educator to use. Thank you for taking the time to view and listen to my presentation of the field project. If you have any further questions after viewing this and reading the field project, please feel free to ask.